All right, hello and welcome to a new episode of Reviews on WCN TV. I've done this a couple times in the past. I thought the last one turned out pretty good. This one's gonna be different though because in the past I've done a lot of heavy editing with them and kind of gone back and listened to them and chopped out a lot of extra superfluous information, parts where I paused too much or misspoke. And I'm not going to do that this time because that's kind of the point of doing a video, I think, audio review. It's going to be free form. I have written lots of notes all week about what I'm going to talk about, and I'm just going to talk about it and let it go. So be prepared for a little bit of, looseness, maybe not the most concise at all times, maybe a little bit of rambling. But I think, at least for me, it'll be better that way, certainly easier that way, that I don't have to come back and edit it for hours after saying it. And I think hopefully we can talk about some fantastic vinyl that has been piling up here at next to my record player. I haven't had a working record player for over a year now, weirdly enough. My stylus bent at some point, and I kind of thought it was going to be really expensive to replace, and I just put it off, had lots of other CDs and tapes to listen to. I eventually bought a standard kind of stock replacement. Shout out to Zach Shearman. He gave me some really, guy from Awenid, really cool new project that's been pretty active lately. He gave me some good advice on some kind of audiophile entry-level styluses. He's pretty up on that, and I would like to be too, but my whole system here is pretty janky and doesn't really deserve a higher end stylus at this point. At some point I will upgrade, but I just went with something that kind of replaces the stock Technics stylus that I had. But anyway, it sounds great. I mean, for my ears, it's great to be able to listen to records again. I've been kind of counting them out for the past several years for a number of reasons. They're expensive. The last one I did on White Sand Noise was Ultra Flies, the triple LP. It took a really long time for the factory to produce it, like 9 months or something like that. It was, like I said, it was expensive. Shipping them is expensive. It has become increasingly expensive to ship from Germany. It used to be like €5 everywhere in the world, which was a godsend. And that's changed. And I just thought, I love CDs. CDs they're affordable. They're easy to play. They're exactly what you want them to be in terms of audio. But I'm coming back to my love and appreciation for an LP or even a 7-inch. I'm not a huge fan of 7-inches, but I'm going to talk about a couple today. But an LP is just such a document. It's like a book. Typically because of the investment it takes, materials-wise, cost-wise, an artist and label will take more time and care to make sure an LP is really strong. It's, of course, not always the case, but it's more often than not the case. They have a certain sound to them that just is special and nice, really great for noise. I don't need to have, brand new pop music on vinyl. I don't see the reason for that. But noise, with its, general propensity for saturation and distortion, that little bit of extra distortion and warmth that comes from vinyl can be really perfect and just what is needed for some recordings to kind of bring them to a new level. So without further ado, I've got my coffee here. I've got my Mon Cherise chocolate to keep my brain running. These are a nice little German chocolate, or maybe, I don't know, Italian, but they're very popular in Germany. Kind of like alcoholic cherry-filled dark chocolates. I'm going to dig into these records, and I'm going to start here with Kate Rissek, Decayed Signals.